Hey guys, Ryan from Recovery Tattoo here to bang out another one. As you can see, we got another fresh, illustrative, cartoony Chicano Tasmanian devil with the little bandana and loony thug tattooed on his chest and his Nike Cortezes. I'm gonna have fun with this one. I've been having fun with the illustrative ones lately. And I'm back with another killer story. I got kidnapped. This was literally like a week, less than 2 weeks after the story I just told you guys, from when my family came in and shut down an entire fucking mobile home park and then took over an entire household and took everybody's phones and laid everybody out until I got there, and then until we left, was a gnarly scene, right? And then, I got away with, just a little bit of extra details real quick that I didn't put in the last one, right? So my other family member that I owed those pills to obviously didn't end up getting shit because they ratted me out and got me busted. So they ended up finding out that I didn't get busted with the pills. So now she's calling up my dad, telling him that I got all these fucking pills still because she's trying to get hers from the fucking parents. That's all she cares about. Trying to get me busted. She's telling my dad that I got him in my car still and rah, 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 rah. And I do, but I'm just acting like I don't, and I left it out there for days. I got crazy, the worst sunburn poisoning of my life on the top of both of my feet that very weekend. Because we went out on the boat and I hadn't been out in the sun like that in fucking years. So, it fucked me up bad to where I couldn't walk for weeks. And then forget about working like roofing. My old man owns a roofing company, and so I had to work for that company up and down ladders, getting screamed at. Didn't matter how the fuck much it hurt. I was crying as a full-grown man, taking inch by inch up the ladder, crying, literal tears, bawling like a baby. 21. Because it just hurt so fucking bad. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even walk. It was bad. When I got home, I couldn't even walk to the fridge to get a drink. My little brother waited on me hand and foot. I just had to lay right the fuck out, and I was in the worst pain ever. And that lasted a while. But anyways, whatever. I ended up getting the fucking pills out of my car, and I ended up doing them rather quickly because I didn't want to get caught with them and whatever. So, and they're looking for that. They're looking for me to be fucked up in some way. So as I'm out of the morphines and shit, obviously I start to not feel well. I'm starting to really need something to not be sick. And, maybe it was a couple of weeks. Maybe it was a couple of weeks that went by, right? Because then, listen, this is what I'm about to tell you. This is the story about how I set up my dope dealer to have them robbed at gunpoint while I was with them buying dope, so it didn't look like it was me. But I had the whole thing set up because I knew how much she carried. She carried cocaine and dope on her. So she had heroin and cocaine both, and usually a lot of cocaine. and it was always a crapshoot on the dope, but whatever. She always at least had a shitload of cocaine and money. And so I'm about to tell you the story about how all that went down. And how even that went sour on me. I got some of the worst luck ever. But the shit I'll do for drugs is insane. And I got kidnapped by a female. All right, here we go. I'm going to tell you the story. Real quick, we got the Chicano Tasmanian Devil. I'm going to be using I'm stuck on the Mast V3 Extreme 4.0 stroke fixed because I'm switching to Injecta. I'm going to get an Injecta Flight Nano within the next couple weeks. And so that's going to be my new daily driver, my new everyday gun. And it's more set up like this, or shaped like this. It's a direct drive machine. It's smaller, but it's set up like this to where you can see the bar and the cam wheel and all that. And they come with the Nano Fall Harbor motor in it. They got the tensioner bars. They got all the different cam wheels, which changes the strokes. I mean, the thing is just a powerhouse, and people swear by them. People swear by them over even the bishops and the critical and all them now. So I'm gonna get one. I've been planning on. I was right on the edge of getting one anyway, and I ended up getting the OG Fury 2 with the Fall Harbor motor in it because I wanted to kind of maybe stick with the Penn style machines. But ever since I came across the battery grips, now I can using Injecta without putting a big floppy battery on it, and without having to work with cords, right? Okay, so bang, that's the machine I'm going to be using. I'm going to start off at 8 volts. I'm going to use a CNC Police standard 9-round liner to start. And then I'll probably just end up using a standard 3-round liner, long taper, for the thinner lines and the shading. But we'll see how far we get tonight. All right, and then I'm gonna protrude my needle about 1.5 millimeters out. That way I have clear sight of my needle tip, and I can be more precise and be on point. All right, so bang, here we go. This one's a fucking gnarly one. Gnarly. I'm gonna try to keep it all in perspective and kind of start where I left off from the last story, even though it's a whole different story and a whole different scene and situation and total fucking problem that I've caused and put myself in, right? So get ready for this. Strap in, grab your drinks, your snacks, whatever. If you're on your way to work, crank it up. If you're watching, get ready for this wicked cool design to come together and listen to this gnarly ass story. Don't do drugs, don't go to jail, stay away from gangs, be your own man, keep your word. All those things are important, extremely important every single day. Okay, so as you can see, the Nike Cortezes got a little smudged up, so I might start with those just to get them out of the way, or I might ditch the Dickies altogether because I have a big money bag I'm gonna put right here and a big like stacks of cash and like coins and shit over here. I already have it set up, or I have the stencil set up. This one's just ready now, so and I'm ready now. It's late. I got out of work late, but here we go. I told you I was in it to win it, right? So like I said, we're gonna start off with a standard CNC Police 9-round liner, and then for the thinner lines and the stipple shading that I'll be doing, I'll be using probably a Big Wasp standard 3-round liner long taper. All right, guys, let's I need to take a sip of my drink and we'll get into this. So on the last story time, this is the pattern that I was outlining at the time. I ended up kind of getting stuck and addicted to it, and so I worked as much as I could on it before I had to go to my actual job. But that's what it looks like as of right now. It's coming together. I think it's looking pretty good, right? And then I just put a stencil of a feather up here just because I want to use as much space as I can. These are really expensive skins. Plus, if I'm going to use one, might as well fill it up. Okay. And so like I got maybe like 20 minutes of going through on that one and like doing a little bit, darkening out a little bit, shading, and maybe I missed a spot here and there of shading, but that one's pretty much done. And I'm excited to start this one. This one's really cool. I also found a Chicano. Like I found a Chicano setup, like a gangster Chicano version of like many cartoon characters, which is cool. I wanted to do 2 different ones side by side, but I couldn't find the right one I wanted to use in time, So I just took the one I liked, blew it up. We'll try to do something up here in the background. And I already I'm putting money bags and cash and stacks of coins down here. It's gonna look fucking dope. All right, here we go. I'm excited. I've been having so much fun with these cartoon characters lately. It's not even funny. So much fun. Nice saturated line. Liking it, loving it. like I was telling you guys, these specific skins are the best skins in the world. They're known for it. Every artist knows it. They're handmade. But it also keeps you like up to date on your angles, on your needle depth, and if you're going too deep, all that shit, because you can flip it over. If you flip it over and it's still clear and you haven't come through the other side, that means you're good. Because these are only from like, because they're handmade, every single one of them. And so they range from like 1.2 to like 1.7 maybe is the thickest. And it's extremely stretchy, so you can get your stretch on while at the same time. It's not like those half rubber, half silicone mats on Amazon. That, yes, you can tattoo, and they're extremely tough to tattoo. But if anything, it just teaches you wicked bad habits, because the way you tattoo those mats, even the way I gotta tattoo these ones, these True Skin ones, I have two of them. See how thick that is? That's two of them. But each one's like 3 millimeters thick and extremely tough. And so that's not how I have to tattoo this mat here. Isn't, if I were to tattoo a person like that, I would do a lot of damage. So since even when I'm practicing, to keep my skill up, because tattooing is a perishable skill, I do it the same way I tattoo people. That way I'm consistent. That way I know what to expect and what results I'm gonna get by doing certain things. You know, I did a lot of studying and a lot of practice and a lot of knowledge and, classes and, bloodborne pathogens and cross-contamination and sanitization, all that shit. I studied all that way before I picked up a machine. I'm the kind of person where when I'm into something, I want to know everything about it. I want to know the most I can possibly know about it, and I want to be the best at it. I'm okay with not being the best tattoo artist, but I want to be the best I can be. And I just enjoy doing it. I don't ever plan on going to a shop and getting a job. I don't ever plan on doing none of that. Maybe I'll open a shop in a couple of years so I can employ people and people can work for me, and I can just tattoo whenever I want. And or I'll just stay private. Alright guys, so here we go. Juicy ass story, sorry. It's because I fucking start concentrating on this shit too. So here we go. So at this time, I am stuck to my family member's hip. They weren't lying. They literally won't let me go anywhere alone. And even if he's only going 2 miles up the street to the store to get a can of fucking juice, I have to go. He makes me go every single fucking place with him. So a couple of weeks go by. And my dad knows this girl that I work with that has a crush on me at the time, not now. I used to work at this restaurant as a dishwasher back in the day, and this waitress had a little crush on me. And my dad knew who it was. So well, I'm getting the timing all fucked up. I'm getting the timing fucked up because this was like a month or two after the last story. I remember because I wasn't, like, I tried sticking it out with the girlfriend I had at the time, but it just didn't work out because, you know, my car was taken away. I moved 40 minutes away and I wasn't allowed to go anywhere. Period. And she's a young girl, you know, that's only gonna last so long. So anyways, so fucking listen to this. So we'll say even a couple of months go by. A month or two go by. Like enough time to where it hasn't been a shitload of time, but enough time to where like it's not the incident isn't brand new and fresh. And I've been going everywhere with my dad, going to work every single day, not going anywhere, doing anything, nothing. And so I come up with this plan, and so he's not paying me either when I'm working for him. This is just it, part of the punishment. So I had a silver necklace, and I had this girl at the time that I knew that sold. She always had like a good amount of cocaine on her, but she had dope too. Like often, just not like not large amounts of it. You could just get like grams and half grams and shit here and there. But when it came to blow, you could get, you know, 8 balls, half ounces. She had it like that with that shit. And what I think it was I think her man went to jail, and she took it, and she just kept going with what he was doing. That's how I think that happened. So very quickly, every junkie in town knew her because her cocaine was really good, and we were going through a dry spell, and she was one of the only actual people with heroin. Excuse me, I'm having a stomach ache. I think the dinner at work is giving me cramps in my stomach. Oh my goodness. Where was I? So yeah, this girl just starts coming around. Not really from around here, but all of a sudden she's in town every day, selling drugs by herself. Shortly after, a couple of my high school boys like took her under their wing, and like they were just using her for the drugs, but they would still show her around, help her sell shit, and kind of like watch her back, because now she's like a female, younger, rolling around with more than enough cocaine and money and dope for a guy like me to think about taking it from her. And then, so how this goes is I have I had one friend that lived near me, but he was a little younger than me. He was like 5 years younger than me, and he lived down the street, close, like within a mile. And his mom worked a lot, so she was never home. And it was right down the street from my place. So what I do is I have this other junkie chick that I was hanging out with, not at the time, and I have her there at my friend's house, which is right down the street. And so we planned the whole thing out. Once I got her, the dope dealer girl, to agree to give me some dope for my necklace because I didn't have money, I was like, okay, we're gonna fucking, and my buddy's mom had like this massive fucking revolver, scary ass, big looking gun. I hate revolvers. But this was just a big ass fucking gun, and the only one we had access to at the time. And right next door to his place, which was quite a distance, like right next door to his place, I mean, I'm talking like a good 5, 6, 7 minute walk up the street with nothing but woods in between. From his house, and then it was an abandoned house. And we all knew about it. And so once I got her to say she was going to come out and give me a bag for the necklace, I planned it all out. I said, okay. So boom, I told my boy and the girls, like, I'll text you when I'm in the car. I'll text you when we're on the way. So we planned to go pick up the other girl. The girl I had waiting with my boy to rob my plug, this chick knew as well. The dope dealer knew the girl that I was hanging out with that was helping me rob her tonight. So I needed an excuse to go up the street from here and get to that abandoned house so we can pull in the driveway like we're picking up this mutual friend of ours. And then I had it pre-set up to where my friend was there. And it was dark. It was pitch black too. It was like probably 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock. Also, real quick, before I forget, my old man wouldn't let me go anywhere. So I put the guilt trip on him. How I mentioned how that waitress had a thing for me, and my dad knew it. So what I told him was like, hey, listen, man, like, you know, my girlfriend and I broke up a little bit ago. Like, I've had no interaction with friends or people. I haven't gone out or done anything at all ever since I've been home. I'm like, I asked my dad, I'm like, let me go up the street and get a sub with that chick from work that likes me. And, you know, I'll hang out with her in the parking lot while we eat and shit, and then I'll come home after. And I get him to say okay. And so boom, I got the fucking chick, I got the plug on the way to my house. Happy as fuck. So So she gets here and she drives a good fucking like 40 minutes at least to pick me up. For like literally like a fucking quarter to a half gram of dope. And for a necklace too, for not even any money. It was insane. So I think she liked me, is what it is. I never hung out with her though, but I'm pretty sure that's why she did this, because I don't know why the fuck else she would have given me anything and drove this whole distance. She barely knew me. I think I bought stuff from her once or twice. So, boom, I give the plug my address, the dope dealer my address. She's coming. And so I have and I'm super grounded. Remember, like I'm still 21 years old, but I'm not allowed to go fucking anywhere. I don't have an option. There's no choice, right? And so obviously I know I can't be out that late. I know I have a little bit of time, but not that much, right? So as soon as homegirl picks me up from my place, I get in the car. I toss her my necklace, and she tosses me. It was like about a half a gram of dope, heroin, and she said it was all the last that she had or whatever. For heroin, but she had plenty of cocaine still. And like I said, I had already bought from her a few times, and all of our friends have bought from her too. We know that she has this Nike bag that she keeps all the drugs in, with the scale and shit, separate from her purse. Like, all of us know that. So boom, homegirl picks me up, and I say, hey, our friend so-and-so is down the street. And she's like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I was like, let's go. She's like, she wants us to go pick her up. And she's like, all right, cool. Just tell me where to go. And I'm like, yeah, it's right up the street, like less than 2 minutes. So we're going down the street. We get to the abandoned house that's next door to my boy's house, but you can't see it. It's like, when I say next door, it's like next door when you live in the woods. There's a very long distance of woods between his house and this abandoned house. So I text him. He knows that we're about to be there, so he's there. So we pull into this place. It's pitch dark. There's not a light on in this abandoned trailer. I know it's abandoned. This chick is like, are you sure there's anybody here? I was like, yeah, I'm talking to Nina right now. She says she'll be right out. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, go knock on the door or something. And then all of a sudden, my boy does exactly what I told him to do. He comes up and just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, rips the passenger door open where I'm sitting. He rips the door open, and he's got a mask and gloves and all that, and he shoves this gun in her face and was screaming at her, telling her to give him the shit, give me the shit, give me the shit, give me that bag. And I'm just sitting there with my hands up. I got this massive revolver about an inch from my nose, because he's leaning over me and got the gun pointed to her, which is directly in front of my face. So I'm acting like, oh my God, no, don't shoot, just chill. I'm just acting like I'm freaking out. like I would if that was true and we were getting robbed and I didn't know about it. You know, try to act how you would if it was actually happening. So, like a good drug addict, I know how to fucking be the best liar and manipulator ever, right? So, and so, like I said about that bag, I told him that he needed to get that Nike bag. That was the most important thing. And so, when he's screaming at her to give him, he's screaming at her, give me the shit, give me the shit, give me the shit. And she's like hesitating and trying not to. She's trying to not do it. You know, understandably. But he's saying over and over, he's, give me that Nike bag, give me that Nike bag, give me the bag. And so he ends up having to reach in. And I don't know why we didn't take her purse too. And I'll tell you why in a second, but whatever. I was just a drug addict. I just wanted the fucking drugs. That's all I thought about. And so he reaches in and grabs the fucking Nike bag that I just seen full of cocaine. Right? He fucking grabs the bag and he whips it away from her. And he fucking takes off running into the woods into the pitch black. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, what do you want me to do? I'm like, he's got a gun. I'm not chasing him. Fucking rah, rah, rah. I'm just fucking playing like I'm just as surprised as she is. And she's bugging out because I guess that was like a fresh re-up on the coke and she like couldn't afford to take that hit or whatever. She was freaking out. And so I stayed with her. The whole plan was for me to stay with her for a little bit. So it didn't look like I had anything to do with it, right? So now we pull out of there once she realizes that like she was just set up or whatever, but not by me. She needed gas or whatever right after that. So we went right up the street to get gas and she like starts driving all reckless and she's calling her people to tell them what happened. And so we got to the gas station and I could see her in the store pacing on the phone looking at me. And so I knew right then that she was on the phone telling whoever that I'm the one that did it. I know for sure. I can just tell by the look that she gave me. I could tell. So I finished pumping her gas and I get back in the car. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, I don't know what you want me to do or how I can help or anything, but like, I gotta go. Like, you don't understand who my dad is or who my family is really, and like the kind of conditions that are on me right now. Like, I can't just not come back. And she's like, yeah, no, we're just going. We're just going up to, you know, she would say, you know, Hannaford's, we'll say. She would give me landmarks, and then we would come up to those landmarks and drive right by them. So now we're getting further and further and further and further away from my place. And then I finally get her to say it, that she's bringing me to go talk to her connections to whose cocaine that was, so we can figure out what happened and where it is, rah, rah, rah. that she was like, just since you were the last one, rah, 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 it's suspicious. I was like, all right, yeah, cool, whatever. Even though I was like, nah, I can't do that. Like, I can't go that far. I can't go anywhere. She just kept saying, like, okay, then we'll just go here to meet them. And then she would pass the place. And then, like, we're getting far from my fucking house. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to tell my fucking dad. I'm freaking out because I don't know what I'm going to say. And time's just going by. And we're getting further and further away. Now, we've been on the road for like a half an hour. No joke. We're on the fucking highway. Basically headed out of town. And so she's like, yeah, no, we're just going to go talk to my people so we can settle things, and you can tell them about Nina, and she's probably the one who set us up. She was stringing me along. I knew it. I was like, I'm not letting you bring me nowhere. It's fucking middle of the night. I don't know you. I don't know where you're bringing me. Nah, fuck all of that. So, but we were driving. We were moving on the highway already, and I was trying to keep my cool and not let her see that I'm fucking bugging out. And so I'm like, all right, I guess we can go for a little ride, whatever, it is what it is. But in my head, I'm like, no fucking way, this can't happen. Oh my God, I'm freaking the hell out. So, we end up coming up to a fucking intersection on the highway where there's a light and a gas station. And so we're coming around the corner and I can see it. And the light's red, and there's a big line of cars. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And even at this point, by car ride, I'm like 45 minutes away from my house. And I was only supposed to be gone for like 30 minutes. Oh my God, I'd already been gone for hours at this point. So, I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, at the red... I'm like, it's fucking red. It's a red light right now. I was like, at the red light, I can jump out. But I can't jump out while we're going fucking 50, 60, 70 miles an hour on the highway, right? So, we come around the corner and there's a long ass line of cars that we're about to roll up to that's been waiting at that red light. So that tells me that the red light has been red and that it's not going to stay red. But even after it turns green, there's this long traffic of cars, right? So it's going to take them a minute to all catch up and get going. And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, please stay red, please stay red, please stay red. And of fucking course, before we get to the rear end of the line of cars, it turns fucking green. But when we got up to the rear end of the other vehicles that were stopped, we slowed down. And I remember because I looked over at the speedometer and we were going 34 miles an hour. And I fucking just go to open the door and jump out. Because I'm like, this is the slowest we're going to get going. She's going to speed up after this because the cars are speeding up, right? And I don't know where the next stop's going to be. I don't know where the next light was. This was like the last, this is it. Get out now or you're stuck. And she was taking me to get hurt. She was taking me to get fucking hurt. I was going to not make it through that night. So, as soon as we get to where I know right before she has to hit the gas, I go to fucking quickly reach for the door handle and yank on it so I can just rip the door open and fucking jump out, right? The fucking door's locked, man. So now she knows what I'm fucking trying to do because I'm sitting there struggling with the fucking door. And she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right. She's starting to fucking bug out. She starts to floor it, but then has to jam on her brakes again because there's a car right in front of us. Thank God, because she was trying to take off because she's seen that I was trying to fucking jump out of the car. So I go to yank the fucking door, and I'm yanking it, and I yank on it 2 or 3 times, and it's fucking locked. It's one of those cars that just, has those auto locks when you put the car in the drive, right? So she tries to gun it, because I feel the whole car fucking jerk. She tries to take off. And then she has to jam on the brakes because she's about to run into the car in front of us. Thank God. And so I finally reach up and unlock the fucking door by hand. And in the same fucking motion, I just roll out of the car. I'm just wearing a regular long sleeve shirt and jeans. Because it's like a summer night out. So it's just a regular long sleeve and jeans. I kind of blacked out for a millisecond because I remember opening the door and I didn't jump out or try to step out or none of that. I just rolled. Like, I opened the door and just shoved my body and right shoulder out. So I hit the pavement at 35 miles an hour. Shoulder first, rolled a couple of times, and landed on my fucking feet. Just land on my feet. Middle of the fucking highway. There's cars behind us. And not only that, I did it. I ended up jumping out like right before the light. And there was a gas station right there that was open. Fucking people everywhere. There was co-worker. There was staff from that gas station out front smoking a cigarette. So I fucking run to that gas station because that's the only safe place for me to go. And they were like, oh my God. I get up to the front door before I even get to say anything. They're like, oh my God, did you just fucking jump out of that car? We just seen you roll down the highway and jump out of that car. Holy shit. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, that girl. I'm like, she's no good. She tried to fucking kidnap me. I'm like, I need to be able to hang out here. I'm not loitering. Don't call the police, please. I have a 0.5 gram of heroin on me still. And I'm like, don't call the police, please. If you are, tell me. I'll leave. I'm not loitering. I just need a safe place. This girl kidnapped me. You just seen me jump out of a moving vehicle at 35 miles an hour. So you know I'm serious. Plus, she whipped around and came into the gas station parking lot and pulled right up to the front door, yelling at me, screaming, telling me to get in the car. And then she like pulls around the side and parks there after causing a total scene right at the front door. And thank God the staff was mad chill with me. But I couldn't call my dad. I can't tell him anything that I'm doing. If he knew that I was out, first of all, not doing what I said I was doing, I would have got my fucking ass kicked. If he knew I was out doing what I was actually doing, not only getting drugs, but robbing a drug dealer at gunpoint, I'd probably have a very short lifespan. I probably wouldn't be here today. So anyways, right? Boom. I'm in the gas station. I call my mom. She's hammered. But it's because it was a Friday or Saturday night or whatever. And it was getting later at that point. She was so drunk that she couldn't even fucking make full sentences on the phone. And she was like an hour away from me. But I told her where I was. I told her the situation. I told her about the trouble I was in with Dad. She knew very well about the situation and what was going on with the trouble I was in and shit. She very well knew. Because she was there and involved. But anyways, she stopped everything she was doing and fucking jumped in her car, blackout drunk, to come pick me up. And the thing is I ended up waiting hours for her because she kept passing me and going to the gas station that's like another fucking 30, 40 miles up the road, up the highway. She's like, I'm here. And I'd be like, no, you're not. I'm fucking standing at the front door. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's the one. Like, I told her the name of the fucking place. I'm like, there's only 2 gas stations on the whole highway. Finally, she gets there. I had the smarts to, when I had a second, run outside and run around the back and hide my bag of dope just in case, like, police showed up or just in case anything went wrong. The dope was safe and I wasn't going to get in trouble or caught with it. So, not only that, while I'm sitting there waiting for my mom to come get me, right? It's a long wait. Plus, she went to the wrong place twice. So, anyway, while I'm sitting there, I get a call from one of my high school friends, like a long time friend from high school. We still knew each other, but we've known each other since high school. And he calls me, and I see that it's him. I'm like, hello? And he's like, yo, and I knew that he was the one kind of taking advantage of this drug dealer girl. So I find out after all this, or I guess right then while I was sitting there, he's like, did you just jump out of a fucking moving car? He's like, did you just jump out of so-and-so's car? I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, she fucking kidnapped me, bro. And drove me way the fuck out here. Wouldn't stop the car, wouldn't let me out, no matter fucking what. I'm not even allowed to be anywhere doing anything. I'm freaking the fuck out. Because my dad's gonna flip. So, it ended up being my fucking friends that she was calling and bringing me to set me up. Because I had just set her up. She realized it. There's just no other way. She could tell that place was abandoned. I told her to go there. It had like been abandoned. So it's like not like it didn't look like there were people living there anytime soon or recently. So whatever, she figured it out, but I stayed with her. I was like, I'm gonna stick it out because that's what you would do if you really didn't have anything to do with it. Otherwise, I could have just ran off into the woods with my boy once he grabbed the bag. So listen to this shit. It gets even better. So I'm like, yo, call your girl and get her the fuck out of here. Because she's here causing a fucking scene. And they're gonna call the police on her, dude. Get her the fuck out of here. And I'm telling you right now, I'll go out there. She fucking kidnapped me. Took me away from my family to have harm done to me. She's lucky I don't go out there and pull her out the car and fucking treat her like a man. You know, something I've never done. I can never bring myself to do, but sometimes they do shit like that where they deserve it. They're making decisions that they really shouldn't be making. Anyways, that's the kind of risk you take in the drug world, and especially if you're gonna fuck around in it and do shit like rob people. So listen to this. It gets so much fucking better. So in my head, I stuck with this chick for like a fucking hour after it happened. Right? Because she ended up getting gas and then she ended up kidnapping me. So it was a lot of time. And I didn't let her know that I knew what she was doing. I was letting her think she was fooling me. And like, you know, whatever. Because I was just planning my fucking escape. Really. So anyways, I told you, once I'm in the gas station waiting for my ride, I get a call from my boy, which was who she was calling for help. And so I told him what happened. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. I was with her, dude. If I had anything to do with it, I would have just taken off with the gun. I could have just left. Like, why would I stay with her and go through all of this? You know, because you're a drug addict junkie who would do anything like a fucking moron for fucking free drugs. But anyway, I knew he wasn't going to do shit anyway to me about it. It wasn't his personal shit. He was just fucking protecting her around here is all he was doing. Or so she thought. But then listen to this. It gets even fucking better. So I get off the fucking phone with my boy, telling him, I'm like, call her right now. Get her the fuck out of here right now. The cops are coming. It's going to be a fucking scene, right? I'm like, get her the fuck out of here. We talk for a couple of minutes. I tell him what the fuck's going on. Whatever. It is what it is. Yo, check it. I hang up the phone with him. Who do I call immediately? Right? My fucking boy who I just had rob this chick. The one I know is holding on to fucking a couple ounces of blow right now. And I can't fucking wait to get away from this chick. And so I fucking shoot him a call to tell him what the fuck I'm going through and how I just got kidnapped and had to jump out of a car and rah rah rah. So I fucking get off the phone with my boy. You know, that was my high school friend. That was supposed to be her, you know, protection. Everything was all good after I got off the phone with him because we've been cool for fucking ever. Anyways, then I call my boy, right? Oh my fucking God. When he answers the phone and what comes out of his fucking mouth makes the entire world in ridiculously busy gas station go completely silent. My world was like in a slow, like everything around me was moving in fast forward, but I was in slow-mo and there was no fucking sound. My entire heart dropped and my mind fucking just erased. I didn't know what to do or say or think at first. Wait till I tell you what the fuck he says to me. So, I get off the fucking phone with, you know, my high school friend, the supposed protection that she was calling. Anyways, so I fucking dead that issue. So then I call my boy. I'm all excited. I'm like, you know, even though all this is happening, like, either way, I saw the, like, when she gave me the dope, I saw how much coke she had in there. Like, she had a lot of coke in that bag. So I was stoked. I'm like, even splitting it 3 ways, I'm like, it was a lot. We were gonna get like an ounce each. So it was fucking worth it. Especially up here back then for that kind of quality. I mean, it was going for easily $100 a gram. So to get 28 of them for free, all 3 of us, yeah, it would have been worth it to me. Even going through all that shit. So anyways, which is fucking gnarly. So crazy to think. Getting kidnapped, it was worth it to me for an ounce of coke. And I wasn't even a fucking cokehead. I don't even like coke. I was a fucking heroin addict. It's fucking stupid. So anyways, I call my boy and I'm like, yo, man. He answers. Bring, bring. He answers. He's like, hello. I'm like, yo, what up, man? I'm like, you never fucking believe what the fuck I'm going through and what the fuck's going on, bro. This chick fucking kidnapped me. He's like, no fucking way. I'm like, yeah, dude, holy fucking shit. I'm like, but then I got quiet because I was in the gas station. I'm like, yo, my man. I'm like, how much did we make out with? I'm like, yo. I'm like, how much was in there? Because I know that the scale was in there. And like, I know that they've been sitting there, you know, fucking with it the whole time. The girl that I left him with was a girl that I would mess around with from time to time. And she was a professional drug addict, so I was like, yo, how much is there? And what he fucking tells me makes my world spin. He says to me that the bag was empty. And so I barely comprehend what the fuck he's saying. I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you mean the bag was empty? He's like, the bag was empty. He's like, the only thing in the bag was the scale and my necklace that I had just given her for the dope. And I was like, nah, bro, nah. I'm like, you trying to pull a fucking fast one on me? This isn't a kid that was like junked out. This isn't a kid that would do that to me. But I saw with my own eyes very large balls of solid rock cocaine in that fucking backpack. I know it for sure. And he's like, dude, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. He's like, that's all that's in it. That's all that's in there. And I'm like, so you must, I'm like, if you're not fucking with me right now, then you need to get your ass back out fucking side and in those fucking woods and find the fucking ounces of cocaine that you dropped. Because I seen it. And she's bugging out. She fucking knows that we got it. I'm like, bro, get back out there. I'll call you in a little bit. Fucking don't go home until you find it. Type shit. Like, what the fuck? I just got kidnapped. I just fucking, all you guys did was sit. Yeah, he did a little bit of work. But he didn't even have to show face, nothing. I had to fucking deal with it all, get kidnapped, and I'm the one who's fucking fucking on a leash with 1%ers watching every fucking move that I make. Bad for me. Bad for me. So to make this story to make a long story short, because I've already gone over an hour and 5 minutes. I know I didn't start with the story right away, but I don't like my videos being an hour long. Unless you guys like it, then I can easily do it, because when I'm tattooing at the same time just goes by. So anyways, what I'll do is I'll finish up this story, and then I'll fucking like time lapse the rest of the tattoo, because I'm gonna finish it or do a lot more of it. I just can't keep recording because people won't watch. Because I could keep going. But anyways, so he doesn't find it in the fucking woods. I finally make it back home. I just tell my dad I got lucky. I was like, yo, man, I ended up, getting laid in the parking lot or whatever. Which is not something I even do, and my family knows that. But I knew it would work it for the time being. And so it ended up like I was able to come home and it was smooth, thank God. And so I finally get into the bathroom to do the dope that I just gave up my chain for, and went through everything waiting to do it, because I was already an IV drug user at this time, so like it didn't matter how I felt. Even with heroin in my pocket, I wasn't doing it until I got back to my needles. So I finally do the shit. It's fucking garbage, and I'm fucking pissed off. No cocaine, they're saying, and this chick I left over there, so it's just them two. I set you guys up with the bag, you guys get the bag, and now you're telling me that there just isn't any? I'm like, that sounds like a junkie move that two junkies would come up with. It's something that I would come up with to get more shit for myself. But so what ends up happening is I get a phone call the following morning. I get a phone call from the following morning around 10 o'clock, and it was my boy from the night before. The one I had gone to high school with, the one that she was texting and calling, not knowing that I knew so well and was friends with. So he fucking calls me, and he tells me that when homegirl, the drug dealer girl, when she went back out to her car the following day to leave to go somewhere, she found all of her fucking cocaine in between the seat and on the floor. Can you fucking believe that? Not only that, I left a little fucking important part out. Not only that, her purse had thousands and thousands of dollars in it, all cash. I didn't know that. I don't know why I didn't have him take the purse anyway. She's a drug dealer. Obviously, she's gonna have cash. Oh my God. I wouldn't even have cared about the blow, because we would have had so much fucking money. Oh my God. So anyways, I guess so. Now that it's been replayed a bunch of times in my head and shit about how that could have possibly happened, is like during the struggle when my boy ripped the bag away from her, it must have tipped upside down on its way out and dumped all the shit out. But she didn't see it until the following day when she was getting in her car in the morning to leave. She saw like one little baggie or whatever, and she went to reach for it, and she found all of it. And he's like, and so my boy's like, yeah, so she's got everything. She's not missing nothing, rah, 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 rah. I was like, all right then there you go. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, so whatever, nothing ever came of it. Except for, you know, I couldn't go through her, use her, have her as a connect anymore, and she was kind of the only one at that time. Yeah, so that's the gnarly story about the time that I got kidnapped when I set up my own heroin dealer at gunpoint. Extremely dangerous. It's not funny. It's not fun. I'm not glorifying nothing. This shit is just my truth. All of my videos and stuff, story times, this is just my truth. This is just what happened to me. This is just things I had to go through and things that I did and things that I experienced in the life of being a drug addict / criminal. You know, I wouldn't even take any of it back now today, you know, because it made me who I am today, and I'm very proud of who I am today. You know, there's always work that can be done. I'm far, far, far from perfect, but I'm very happy with who I am today. And, you know, I can say that with a smile on my face and sleep great at night. And so that's an amazing feeling. And anybody having trouble, you know, with self-worth or anything like that, you know, that's a really shitty feeling, but you're not alone. And it doesn't last forever, and there's a bunch of things you can do to not feel that way. If you are feeling that way, I'm sorry. If you'd like help or someone to talk to, reach out. I'm here for you. It's what I do for a living. I'm certified to speak about certain things with people, and I'm educated, and I've been there and done that. So, no, anybody, don't hesitate to reach out if you need to talk about anything, especially having to do with mental health or sobriety. All right, cool. I'll also answer any and all questions and comments about the tattooing, about me, about story times, details, whatever. I'll get back to any and everybody, and I'm going to keep them coming. You know, I don't have a shitload of subscribers or views, but I'm also not doing it for that. This is another therapeutic outlet for me, and it's just cool to be able to document, you know, my journey and also be able to tattoo at the same time, which is what I'd be doing anyway. So fucking A. I know I like watching this shit on YouTube. I know I listen to a few different storytime channels. Ryan Leone, he was the best. I'm sure, I mean, I don't know how many of you are listening to this, especially at this time in my video since it's the end, but he, you know, started making it pretty big. He wrote a book, and he was a writer. He was the same age as me. We both done prison time. We both were heroin addicts. We both had a son the same age. We both were the same age. And rest in peace, Ryan Leone. He relapsed and died, you know, a while back now. But anyways, I still watch his storylines. Even though I was watching them as they were coming out, I was watching him before he was on, you know, the other site that you pay to be on. I was on the $20 tier. It's fucking it's not YouTube. It's the, I don't know why I can't remember. He was the only one I watch on there, so that's why I don't remember. But he had the $3 tier, the $20 tier, and the $100 tier. I was on that $20 tier. I wanted all of those storylines. I wanted as much as I could because I watched him every day, and I still watch him, even though I've seen all of his shit multiple times. He's just entertaining, tells stories good, and he's been through some gnarly ass shit. And he's from California, and so am I. It's like we're so many similarities. It's insane. But he definitely lived a little bit crazier of a life and did a little more gnarly things. But yeah, go check out Ryan Leone. Or Ryan Leone is actually how you say it, but it's spelled Leone. But Ryan Leone, it's RyanLeone. He's got a bunch of storylines up on YouTube that will have you busy for weeks. You'll be playing it in your car and in your earbuds. His stories are good, and his are all an hour long. And but he's a wicked good storyteller, and I'm probably not as good as him. But I'll try to get there. I'm going to try to make the editing of the videos better. I'm going to turn this into a time lapse of me doing more of this, so it's not just, you know, a quick, you know, abrupt ending and not even much of the piece done. At least you'll get to see what it looks like, you know, at least outlined, and I'm probably going to do some shading on it, at least start it. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you're still watching, you're fucking a true fam, true fucking member, and I love you. Let's fucking get it. Let's throw some suggestions out there. I want to do a reaction video. I want to make reaction videos like once a week or even just twice a month, whatever. Tattoo related, whatever related. I don't care if it's fucking reviewing horror movies, you know, something, I don't know. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get back to it. It's, you know, it's already, my watch died. That's how late it is. It's past 2 o'clock in the morning, so and I still have more work to do on this, and then I still have to break down, put everything away, unwrap everything, clean everything, sanitize everything, rewrap everything, and then put everything away. All right, guys, so like, comment, subscribe. Fucking, I love all of you, and I hope you enjoy this content, and I hope you enjoy being here as much as I do, all right? About to be a time lapse, so you guys can see what this looks like with this Chico thugged out Tasmanian devil looks like. And then I'll also post up with the money bags and all the bullshit I'm going to put on the sides here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do up here in the corners. If anyone's got any cool suggestions that I could put right here in the corners that would fit with the Chicano gangster vibe with the money and shit, throw it in the comments. Let me know and I'll do it. Because I don't have any ideas as of yet, all right? Cool. Ryan, out.
inglorious, ignoring us, but that's alright. I see the truth lucid. You really think you need the clout to show your worth? Stupid. You got the skills to hang with giants in the booth, prove it. You wanted raw, now they got me back up on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I see you talking in the street, but where you at now? I'm not about calling you out, but if the news fits, protecting that cause I'm back on my bullshit. Yeah, coming with the real and we don't back down. I'm with my goons playing shows in a packed house. I'm not about calling you out, but if the news fits, protecting that cause I'm back on my bullshit.
I've been the illest motherfucker since my mama hacking traction. Sharp as Hattori Hanzo, I'ma cut him into fractions. Chiropractor in action, the way I be snapping, I'm spitting till I'm fucking blue in the face. Dr. Manhattan, when they hit me for collabing, we gon' send them to the grave. And they gon' hear the echo like they yelling in the cave. And they gon' feel the web like they digging through the attic. And come across an arachnid, get bit, now they symptomatic.